TIFU, by drinking a glass of my father's leftovers. I'm not sure I am together enough yet to actually tell this story. You see, it happened about a half hour ago. I'm still shaken. I will list the pertinent facts and assume you are smart enough to construct the narrative. I'm the stay-at-home full-time caregiver for my father. He is a fat man. My mom is here too, but she is tiny and not strong enough to move him. Sometimes my dad has to pee in the middle of the night. They are too nice to wake me up for this. My mom grabs a big cup and helps dad while they are both lying down. Usually she dumps the cup in the toilet. No problems. Mom's getting old, sometimes forgets, and simply left the full cup on the living room coffee table. Mom often finishes her day with a big glass of lemonade. She usually leaves whatever is left over in that cup on the coffee table. Last night I had a few drinks. I woke up early to check on dad. I was thirsty from drinking the night before. I saw what I thought was her lemonade on the coffee table. I took a big chug. I was able to vomit quietly so as not to wake mom and dad. My stomach has calmed down, but I'm not sure my world will ever be the same. TL. Doctor, I drank my dad's pee. I vomited a whole lot. Is this how you become Bear Grylls? You don't want to know what I thought leftovers were. If it makes you feel any better, there are people that drink pee because they think it improves their health. I can only imagine you're in a world of regret. Stopped at big glass of lemonade. Just kidding. Kept reading. Wish I had stopped at big glass of lemonade. Memory suppression techniques. Press F to P respects. Edit. Missed out on a pun opportunity. F. They sell jugs specifically meant to be used as a urinal. You should get one of those so he doesn't have to keep using drinking glasses. I often drink glasses of water that are left on the countertop earlier. My husband once left a dash of soap in a glass to soak, and I found the glass. Thirsty as I drank the full glass thinking it was just water. Only when I had gulped the whole thing down in one go did I notice the terrible taste in my mouth. I realized my mistake. Maybe not as bad as urine, but this was pretty stupid still. I have a mentally ill older brother. Let's call him Aj. Aj used to have a fear of bathrooms for a few months. He would, for a while, just go use our backyard instead. But then he began developing a habit of grabbing the whole carton/jug of juice from the fridge and keeping it in his room. This stemmed from his new developing fear of the fridge. I recall this as if it were yesterday. I went into the kitchen and grabbed the apple juice. I then put it back thinking I'm actually in the mood for milk. Poured myself a cup and began walking back to my room. My other brother, Jake, walked past me into the kitchen. I had just sat back at my desk in my room when I hear Jake yell, "What the hell?" Turns out, Aj had finished off the apple juice and used the jug to pee in. My mom, when cleaning up his room, found this jug and put it in the fridge thinking it was apple juice. My poor brother Jake learned that this was not the case. I've drank my father's pee too. I'll make a post on it at some point. But when I was 12 years old, my father had his online workstation/man cave in the basement. My stepmother and brother especially were light sleepers, so we would try to hold it until they woke up so we didn't flush the toilets unless it was an emergency. My father, unknown to me, had a way of getting around this. He had the legendary piss bottle. Not just any bottle either, an empty Canada Dry 2-liter bottle of ginger ale. He would pee into this container until it got full before emptying it. Of course, all that piss would stink after a while, so his way of combating this was to add a little laundry detergent. Harmless, right? Wrong. One day after bringing in groceries I noticed a full bottle of what looked like unopened, fizzy ginger ale. Naturally I brought it inside, poured a glass, still fooled into thinking that the bubbles were carbonation. And then, I chugged. I immediately knew something was very off, but Papa didn't raise a quitter. I thought maybe something in my mouth was off and got washed down. A sip or two, a lot of distress, and the realization that I wasn't drinking ginger ale later. My father walks in, turns white as a sheet, and absolutely breaks down laughing. He explained what happened, and after minor stomach pain and a fair bit of emotional trauma and trust issues against ginger ales, I learned to accept the reality that I drank a solid half of a cup of urine and laundry detergent. The memories. Bear Grylls would like to know your location. I accidentally drank an uncle's tobacco spit once. I just threw up. Might want to keep from telling him. He could feel very ashamed about it and without reason. The real takeaway is that you're doing an awesome thing there. Taking care of your dad. You took a stray bullet. Write it off as being just that. You'll laugh about it one day. That's making me vomit just by reading. Why are people drinking leftovers from others is beyond my level of comprehension. I remember another post about a woman drinking what she thought was a leftover of soda can, while it was actually some chemicals her BF used to clean the aquarium and he just dumped it in that same can. Also remember a similar story, except it wasn't chemicals from an aquarium but someone else's chewing tobacco. Oof. Dear all the gods, you poor thing. When I read the headline I thought you drank from your dad's spit is so much worse. There needs to be a designated pee cup that is different from the normal cups so this won't happen again. My friends use a plastic bottle filled with water to drop their cigarette butts into. It was dark. I reached for my water bottle and ended up taking a big gulp from the cigarette butt water. I will never forget the day. I feel for you. Oh fuck, when you said leftovers I thought you meant his ashes or something. You have taken good care of you parents. My dad had to do something similar to his father. But it doesn't matter. Even if you were to tell them, you all would have a good chuckle. They would still respect you. After all, you were hungover. You kinda are desperate for a drink. Unfortunately, I have a relevant, self-inflicted story. From the get-go, I don't encourage underage drinking and driving, or myself drinking. Back in my youth, I drank non-stop. It wasn't odd to find me with a few buddies, out and around, having some drinks. And after a particularly vicious bender of some Fruit Loop flavored vodka drinks, my buddy Jay inevitably had to relieve himself. I was driving and had a girl I was trying to impress in the car with us, so I simply handed an empty bottle to him. Interesting side note, your urine will smell radically like Fruit Loops if you enjoy the same liquid diet. My buddy Jay was notorious for being broke and eventually, the strange smelling urine got the best of him, and he said for $5 he would take a drink of it. Immediately, I had my wallet out and handing him $5 bills. He drank, and through my rearview mirror, I saw the confusion on his face. He drank, again, and I saw absolute shock. Dude, it tastes exactly like Fruit Loops. Try it, he exclaimed to me, to which I refused, apostrophe. I will pay you to take a drink of my pee. That's the story of how I learned what an alcoholic's piss tastes like. TLDR. Got paid my own money to drink Toucan Sam's piss. Better than the guy who jizzed in his Coke and left it for 2 days in the car, forgot about it, and took a sip from it. Oof. Lol. Something similar happened to me too. Except it was cat pee. Our cat climbed on the table, peed all over including the glass. It was dark. I thought it was beer. It wasn't. F. I only read halfway and went I don't wanna actually read the account of when the pee went in. Big fuck Neff. Finally a well-written TIFU post which isn't full of useless hyperbolic sentences. Did it not smell like this when you held it up to your face? Oh no. This is easily the most disgusting thing I have ever read. I thought you drank his ashes from the title. Then I thought too. Thought you drank his jizz, so it could have been worse. Hey, I used to be a full-time caretaker and dumped my dad's pee, too. You probably would already be super aware of this, since you're his caretaker, and you probably buffed everything up, and maybe your dad isn't the same kind of sick mine was, but there are some drugs that get excreted with pee that are pretty dangerous. Chemo and other cancer drugs, particularly. I had to sign this thing about it when the drugs got delivered, and so did my dad. Obviously. If by the off chance you did drink chemo pee and didn't already think of it, might be worth calling your doc. So you drank the pappy. Sorry that this happened to you. Luckily your life has nowhere to go but up from here. You would be able to smell it. I call shenanigans. If he's a fat man, wouldn't that make you a little boy? All jokes aside, press F to pay respects. Not going to lie, when I saw leftovers I immediately went to a flashback of American Pie. Good old jizz in a drink. As soon as I read the title, I knew this post would involve you consuming some sort of bodily fluid. I just wasn't sure what. The better of the two options I feel. F. Pro tip. Next time before taking a big chug out of a random cup on a coffee table, try to dip your tongue a little bit into the liquid. Thank me later. Was it sweet? Curse you for making me read this. Damn. Dude, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm grossed out by the thought of me doing that. Why is this labeled back quote s good god you drank your dad's pee? This jug's randy. So, is it salty, or what did it taste like? I'm never going to attempt to find out myself, so please share the knowledge. My mom grabs a big cup. Made it to there before I skipped the rest of the post. Nope. F to pay my respects. You poor thing. Also get a hold of man's urinal thingy they use in hospitals for him. And a pale or empty big plastic ice cream tub with handles. And have dad place the urinal thing in the plastic tub so it doesn't spill or tip over. Love the easy to read format. And get mom pink lemonade from now on. Colder been worse, leftovers had slightly different meaning in my mind. Lemonade. This is when I knew what was about to happen. Well op, I've got bad news. According to a kid on my little league team when I was 10, you are now pregnant with your dad's child. If it's any consolation, in the absence of STDs or infections, urine itself is sterile. I can never uneat this. Ever. Thanks. Buy a jug and try to tell your mother kindly to never use cups for urine. Especially cups you drink out of. I have been given good sized jugs made for stool samples from urgent care centers. I'm sure they can give you one or sell one. After reading your title, I thought you had drunk your father's ashes mixed with water. Thought it was going to become lol. Stop being greedy with food. Now you get the consequence. When I got up to mom's getting old, sometimes forgets, and simply left the full cup on the living room coffee table. I know where this is going. As someone who's been bedridden and had to pee in bed, I don't believe this at all. You don't pee in a standard drinking cup while laying down because it'll spill everywhere. The cup has to remain upright. That's why in bed urinal bottles have a special shape. Portable urinals are super cheap. In the event that this is actually real, please consider buying these. F. Okay. You win. I don't understand why you thought warm used bedside lemonade was a suitable choice in the first place. Old people backwash ups out to their drinks. How do you vomit quietly? I have yet to master this. Lol. I knew where this was going. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine. When life gives you lemons, drink this. Ups. Feels bad, man. I once mistook my dad's tobacco spit as flat coke and did the same thing. Bro, welcome to the I accidentally drank my own father's pee club. I think it's just us two. I was in my car, early morning, driving to work. My dad had driven my car the night before. You know those burps where you taste stomach bile? I was doing that because I drank alcohol the night before. Don't judge me on my life choices, lol. Anyway, I had a cup in my middle console that had been Dr. Pepper from yesterday. Since it's cold where I live at night, I figured whatever, it'll just be flat Dr. Pepper, anything to get the taste out of my mouth. So I sucked some up through the straw. Turns out, my dad was in the car and had to pee and didn't want to try and find a bathroom. He peed in the cup and forgot to take it with him / dump it out. At least it definitely got rid of the bile taste in my mouth. At least it wasn't his leftover coconut. P. And on green text. From the title, I thought you drank your dad's cum. I'm glad it was only piss. F, not nice. He is a fat man. Me, I'm not sure if this is at all relevant, but I'll read on and see. Finishes reading. Me, it was not relevant. F. Just the thought made me want to throw up. Bear Grylls sure has a little competition now. Side note, are you going to tell your parents what happened? F. Have you decided what to do with the pee once you pee it out again? I have an idea. Hopefully you haven't vomited it all out. Oh my goodness. That's why you should always smell food and drinks before ingesting. Look at and smell things before you put them in your mouth. F for effing stupid to use any glass years that may person regardless. Have years own Cupo board. Lord let the golden rainbow cry today. As soon as I read the title I knew what's going on, but I still kept reading. What's wrong with me? So bad. So sorry to laugh, but wow that's horrendous. You're in league with Stifler. You deserve that. Who the ps drinks out of random glasses without at least smelling it first? Ruffle mayo who? I'm so sorry to even ask, but how'd it taste? I was thinking you were talking about a glass of milk. This is slightly better. This happened to me as a child. My dad wasn't the cleanest person and peed in a Sprite can, and I guess left it in the room. Me being a child at the time though, oh cool, soda and sipped it until I noticed the bitter taste. When life gives you lemons, drink your dad's piss. You're too nice. I would have been pissed. We should do the bullet points format more often.